Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Wars Empire at War of Zsinj's Empire, where we are sat primed and ready to really clear up the Pentastar Alignment sector of the galaxy. We've taken a good handful of planets previously to this and we're sat in the orbit of Bastion, which unfortunately isn't their last of, because we don't think this is actually their capital planet, despite of course harbouring their remaining warlord and thereby faction leader. It doesn't seem to have a capital palace on it, just a standard moth palace. Despite this though, it's still a key planet, because it does of course harbour that warlord, but also we get a flat legitimacy bonus to our imperial legitimacy of course when we do hold Bastion. So we're going to be taking that today. It is going to be a hard target. Once again, doesn't have the greatest standing garrison here as far as numbers are concerned, but it does have 2 Dark Jedi. And Jarek, of course, very, very deadly himself. The thing about these heroes, the heroes in themselves are quite tanky, but of course these 2 Jedi in particular, they will heal if, or they have a chance to heal when absorbing infantry blasts of fire, and they do self-heal anyway, passively. So the way to get rid of them is orbital bombardment, bombing runs, and a lot of true larger anti-infantry firepower. So I think really our A9s and dropships are going to do a lot of work in this battle. So we need to bring a lot of those in. It's going to be difficult to get a bombing run and bombardment off until we do take this planetary shield generator away from them. It's not the greatest map to do that. This is a very, very defensive planet here, as you expect from something called Bastion. So the plan I think will be to rush up from the south command post here to this command post with a dropship perhaps, so we can rush on over to get that planetary shield generator down. Otherwise we're creating some spy droids across these planets here and getting some infrastructure up. We've brought over our administrator all the way from the other side of the galaxy to help us out there, because it's just sat idly by otherwise. We're going to try and find their true capital. But without further ado, let's actually get going. Solidify these fleets here, and let's take everything from Alex Minor and everything from Dantooine. And we're going to take this group as well. We're going to just bring our Mandalorian units, I think, from Mandalore itself. Just so we do have that much more infantry. Enemies about to invade Ord Mantell, so they're going to come from Bilbringi. Righty, so the easiest way to get there is with this fleet of Bullis. They're going to beat us there, it's quite the distance. Let's carry on back to Mandalore, over here. Bring these in. No, just didn't quite make it there. So we do see a sector at least. Where are we? Sector, Imperial, Destroyer, and a few more minor things there. Don't have a hypervelocity cannon here, do we? We're not going to be able to do some decent damage. That is a shame. Should be able to get in though before they land some troops. It's just a bit of a shame because that does mean we get a loss to our income with that trade hub disappearing. We certainly don't want them to get away once again. Very nice fleet this actually. Shame. Gonna delete it. Absolutely delete it. Get some distance there. Pull back here. The usual sorts of things really. Nothing to really worry about too much here. Pull these in. Probably didn't want to bring those Imperials quite so far ahead of Zenkins, but not a bother.
Navigating to coordinates. Flank speed coming about.
Should really replace the Lancers we've lost previously in this fleet, because we're going to start noticing bombers come in very quickly, aren't we? Might as well get rid of this Acclimator while it's low. Certainly less guns. There we go. Let's power some weapons here. And just make sure this is down. Make sure this bulk battle cruiser is down. We can get Zenkins to start firing on the sector. Lovely stuff. That bulk pretty much down. There we go. Now we power some weapons against the sector once again. Great stuff. See, we don't have a lot of fighters and bombers ourselves, do we? Is why we certainly need Lancers up. He's really just idling, not really helping us at all. Get some of the gunboats there. Yeah, see, our Imperial here is not doing very well. Taking quite a while to destroy this Imperial, actually. Don't know why that is. Must have been splitting our fire up. There we go. Lovely stuff. Love to see it. That will go down very, very shortly indeed. But still, wouldn't have liked to have taken so much damage on this Imperial, so we won't lose it. It's not too much of a bother in the grand scheme of things. It was a bit of a risk at one point in that battle. There we go. Brilliant stuff. I do think we should actually swap out some of the victories there for more Imperial Destroyers or even Keldavis, because we're hoping to build that around the capital ship bonus we get from one of our heroes there. So having victories there, we don't really benefit from that at all. So I'll actually bring these over finally. Bang, bang, bang. There we go. There we go. Right, we'll just play this through very quickly. So unfortunately we have one more, probably two more interferences before we get on top of the invasion of Bastion. And that's simply because I sent some spies to the other side of our territory and found that enemies were building up everywhere. So sent over our Serranan task force to deal with this huge New Republic fleet at Metalorn, which is a very adjacent border to one of our undefended planets. So we need to deal with this before they try and launch an invasion against us. An MC-AC Home 1 cruiser here. Quite an old type considering how far we are into this game now, with the Nebula Star Destroyer that sat next to it there. What do we have here is our Bothan assault cruisers, all very, very nasty ships indeed. But we are going to get good use out of our proton torpedoes from Torpin here finally. Going to try and stay away from the Nebula over here and try and get some sort of distance. I don't like how we're going to be moving in here, this facing. I wish you could rotate ships, but not a problem.
Move out.
Not a problem. I think we keep this young man over here, you over here, and we keep the Keldavis forwards as well. We prioritise the Star Destroyer 1 there, and we get in some very much needed nebulons and such.
Moving to destination.
Understood. Moving to sector. Carrick en route.
There we go, that'll do. So, let's turn things around.
Moving to coordinates.
Get our formation going.
Coming around.
This Keldavi needs to move up.
En route.
Frigate reporting.
Let's move up here.
Understood.
That's not quite done pulling in. That's not a bother.
Form up. Heading to destination.
Yeah, bring these back.
Moving to sector.
Pass the shields immediately with this because that's clearly getting focus.
Carrick en route.
I don't think we've got quite enough point defence, you know.
Carrick commander here. Moving to sector. Carrick en route.
Yeah, that's going to get wiped very quickly, that. But at least it's damage not going towards our capitals just yet.
Destroyer here.
Move up just generally to start with and try and get hold of our bombers, pull them back a little bit. Maybe we can go for a Bothan assault cruiser with those. Let's get on top of this one. There we go. Start going for some of the larger ships. Already destroying a Defender assault cruiser. Excellent. That Nebula is without shields. We'll start moving on to this Bothan once again because we do have our proton torpedoes ripping apart the shields there, which is excellent. Lovely. Get on top of there, thank you. That Dauntless would be great if it went down. You can see they're focusing our Serranan. The shields aren't looking great there. Lovely. Might want to actually group some units here. Let's get on top of that, please. Group these to number 2. Great. Let's get rid of this one because that's nasty. Make sure that's down completely. Focus this, thank you very much. Make sure that's going down because we no longer have shields. Serranan needs to really focus the engines there very quickly. That's down. Let's get on top of the Argave corvettes. These can start peppering this one. Let's see. Let's get on top of the MC-90, please. Losing shields on this Keldavi. Get on top of the Corona here. That's quite a juicy target, actually. We see this is without shields here. Let's get on top of this. Remove all the laser cannons. Make sure we're doing okay over here as well. Get on top of this, please. Actually, no, keep peppering that down because it's going to take quite some time. There we go. Don't like the chances of our surroundings surviving this, actually. That's rather sad to say.
Destination confirmed. We're heading out. Where'd he go?
Lovely. Couple reinforcements. Right, ion cannons are down there. We want to stop things actually getting damaged. Let's get on top of this cruiser. Do not like them whatsoever. Get, if we can, on top of this. Yeah, I think we're losing the Serranin here, guys. Don't like that at all. Do not like that at all. Still can't get rid of the bloody shields on this thing.
How about a little help? Our lifters are gone.
Let's get on top of this, please. Just having trouble really firing on this, actually. That's because this bloody thing is redirecting our torpedoes. Gonna lose Keldabi as well. Don't like that. Let's get on top of the turbo lasers. Power to weapons with this, please. Thank you very much. What are you doing turning around like this? Don't like that. What are we destroying here? Such a cluster of things over here. Let's get on top of this Dauntless. That's down. Excellent. A few Nebulons about. Let's get rid of those because they're going to provide point defense for our torpedoes. What's this we've got over here? Let's just get rid of this because that's so close to being down. Need to really remove that. There's only ion cannons now on this ship, which is great. And that is pretty much over as quickly as it started. If we're very lucky, we won't take any major losses here, just some point defense ships. We do still have to destroy the shipyard over here. Or do we? I think it's probably best just to retreat out. How's our Keldabi looking here? Does it have... Can't even see. Does it have its engines about? It does. How we're doing across the board. Serranin has engines. And again, it's only a couple things over here. We just send these intact Star Destroyers and this Keldabi here. So we send two and that's up. Should be absolutely fine. We can regenerate. In fact, we are already regenerating shields on Serranin. Maelstrom's actually pretty much intact, so that's brilliant. Pull back this Keldabi. Should have done that ages ago. Do we have room for a Lancer in the middle here? Lovely. Get on top of these ships, please. Wow. So, a few losses there, but we didn't lose a Serranin, which is... I'm going to take that at this point. And we didn't lose a Keldabi just yet. So that's absolutely brilliant. We'll just mop up here. And we do have another battle going on. It's, I believe, Kashyyyk as well. It's quite a hefty task force above the planet there. Yeah, we did lose, of course, Star Galleons, Surveys and Nebulons, but to be quite honest, we can replenish those very easily, especially compared to MC-80s. I think they're era locked, so they might not be able to recruit those anymore, which is brilliant. MC-90 dealt with Nebula Star Destroyer, MC-30C, always a Brucey bonus, couple Dauntlesses. Can't complain with that, really, can we? Going to retreat back to Centauris then, and recoup those minor losses. We will take some Nebulons and some of these, thank you. And where is that? Yeah, so we're looking at going to Kashyyyk, because there's a massive Hutt fleet above there, and that's probably going to go for the Roku depot. I don't like the idea of that, thank you very much. Might also want to go to Delacrex as well, because there's quite a large Maldruid fleet above there. So, of course, we're going to bring in Grunga for this. Lovely stuff. Bring in another Star Destroyer there to support. And our Pathfinder is a Star Destroyer. That will take some time to get over. Not a bother. Let's get on top of this Zatchin cruiser to begin with. And that Feist Bay absolutely ripped that apart. Wrong button there. Lovely. Look at that. Absolutely destroyed. And this Karaga Destroyer is going to go down very quickly once again. They're stripping the shields though on our Imperial. Let's get on top of the concussion missile launchers. So they'll do a lot of damage to our hulls. We don't have any point defense, do we, to defend against that. Let's get Grunga on the smaller ships because he'll rip those apart very, very quickly. on top of, what is this? The bricking frigate. It's going down anyway, not a problem. Top of this Cossack. Yeah, look at that. So the Crag is down, excellent. Get on top of the Barabula. Good heavy turbo lasers on that, and they are going to try and retreat. That's brilliant. We did take the mainstay of their fleet away. Can't complain with that. A good few frigates as well. Might catch one more. No, we couldn't. That's unfortunate. There we go. Lovely stuff. And I think we're going to pull back to the Roku depot for now. And finally land on Bastion. We have 38 units. We're going to take quite a few losses, but it's a very good reward. So, usual sort of strategy of just rushing over to a forward command post with some dropship. Would be good for that. Lovely. Move on over. We can actually just fast forward quickly there. Make sure we've got room to capture this. And make sure we land over to take hold of these build pads. That'll be very, very useful indeed. Come on, let's move, please. Take hold of this. Do we have SPMAT? Yes, we do. Let's get one of these down. And the problem is going to be Jarek. So we want 2 A9s, I think. I think this young lad would actually be very good against Jarek, but it would require a lot of micromanaging. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Because, yeah, it's a speeder group, and they can do very well against enemy heroes. I'm not going to go too infantry heavy to begin with. There's no need to just yet. But we are going to get one unit of Raptors down, just because we do need that infantry control. And we're going to canvas assault tank and leave one slot open, I think. Yeah. So let's start battering this down very slowly. We will use this and this. Let's get some line of sight with the Canderous units. That is going to go down fairly decently, actually. So we have a couple speeder bikes coming out. So it's just a group of 4. Alright, well, we certainly want to... Oh, a bit more than 4. Lovely. Get some good line of sight here. Keep this at the back. It should get through here. We're going to wait to see what the enemy does when approaching us, I think. These is 2.
Scout trooper reporting. Roger that.
Lovely. This can be 3. I think we just push out here.
Awaiting your orders. Artillery online.
Lovely.
Form up.
Scout with these. See the enemies trying to capture this command post.
The enemy has been
What do we see? A little bit of infantry. That's okay. What do we see here? TIE crawler. Okay, okay. Well, actually that's going to turn around anyway. Do us a favour of showing us its rear. That's okay. It can't fire us. That's when it's doing that. Love to know. Okay, what do we see here? Another one. See some speeders there. It's all good. Okay, air speeders. Yeah, there we go. Now they're taking off. Alright, so let's get back because those TIE crawlers are getting too numerous. Right, see. The idea then, I think, is still to defend over here. Try and bring the enemy over with our aggressive scouting. I don't know if we get line of sight exactly there.
I copy.
It's going to take some time to repair. There we go. Lovely stuff. Okay. We focus very well here. Not particularly, can we? It's all good. Not a problem. They're going down fairly fine. That's another one down. Are they all grouped? Not yet. Okay, so that is a fair, big old group of speeders there. Let's get over here. Okay, that's not got the range, clearly. No, that's the wrong lot. The wrong lot. Too used to grouping the dropships here as number 1. Yeah, that should have brought them into range here. That certainly has. Lovely. Oh, the range on that SPMAT is absolutely disgusting. Get on top of these maulers actually before they trample our infantry. Do we see a hero here? We do? Okay. Who is it? Who is it? That is the Saris. They're doing alright. They're doing alright. Jarrett's also there. Bombardment's actually nearly ready. We can hold out. Yeah, look at that. Absolutely shredding her. Absolutely shredding her. Jarrett's going to take a little longer to do that. Yeah, he doesn't know what he wants to do, so he's not attacking us, and that is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so we sit tight here, remove the rest of the enemy's armour.
Ready for recon.
Heal up here would be great. I think actually we're looking pretty damn decent because he didn't use any abilities. Because he does have lightning and push. Ideal. Absolutely ideal. Alrighty. So like I said, just wait for their armour to come in. And what we can do is actually bombard and bombing run over here now. So I'm just going to take one of these. Make sure we're over here properly. I think if we bombing run about here and take the next one like that, and we bombard that because it's a lot of health. That should, yeah, that's all good. Get rid of the factories there. Are these going to make it in? I don't believe there's going to be any turrets there to distract us. That camera is terrible. Yeah, okay. There we go though. So, I don't believe this particular facility comes out with any decent garrison. So, it's just going to be a brain dead advance now. Make sure we move up with our A9s and our infantry here. Well, you may be a little bit shocked to see that we took quite a few losses in that battle. My game crashed just as I was about to take that 4 command posts. So, lost my patience to be quite honest, come back in. We auto-resolved it. Lazy, inefficient, and a bit childish. But, you know what? Don't have the patience after our game has crashed. So we're going to carry on there. And we do have... Oh, the tag house. Oh, okay. We'll be getting a tag battle cruise then, surely. Alrighty. I'll be happy for that. Let's make sure we've got people down here. And I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping by getting some infrastructure up on Dantooine. Base credit income of only 100 there, so it doesn't really warrant a tax collection agency. I'm going to make sure we have A9 capabilities here and light factories, because we're quite lacking in light factories actually across the board. And we have identified actually that Entralla is in fact the capital of the Pentastar Alignment. Who is this over here? Purdy Mtrico. He is a modified Imperial 2. Interesting. So there's nothing over there. So the plan moving forwards now is to reduce the Pentastar alignments to 3 planets and take Entralla so that we can integrate them successfully. That will mean that if we go to the faction statistics, we look at, where are they? The Pentastar alignment has 9 planets. So we need to take 6 more. We'll take, I think, Riss over here, Bilbringi, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more. That should be about fine to leave Yagamina, this one, and this one down as well. Do we want to actually go around this way? I don't think that makes a lot of difference, really. Just because when you integrate, you do get all of their remaining units, don't you? But we do have full sights on Munalinst and Maigisu over here. We're not really going to take anything of worth at the moment if we integrate now, essentially. So if we take them now, then we won't be destroying any units for the future, will we? So let's move over here I don't know why I've put those all in one slot. Bit silly. Move that down. Come back over to Anks. Get over here with our administrator and get up the necessary buildings. Because we've reloaded, we do also need to sort out our pathfinders, so we're going to be taking that into account when we come across our fleets. Like so. And we will try and get a couple more planets under our belt today, I think. Needs an interdictor for Zsinj, I think. We also don't have any infrastructure here. Let's go for advance there. And I like pirate bases on level 1 capable shipyards. Despite that, I've made a tiny corvette frigate here. Let's create heavies out of here. Light frigate shipyard has been replaced already. Okay, enemies about to invade Mindor. That's all the way over here, isn't it? Yeah, it's over here. Okay, well we do have one sort of adjacent fleet. Need to make sure the Pathfinder's there. It's a good thing it's Zenkins actually. Let's start being more active with our spies over here. We see an Allegiance battlecruiser leading a minor fleet. As long as we get there before a landing, I don't like the chances if they're coming from Corrida. Come on. There we go. They even brought in quite the sizable ground force, actually, to the orbital space there. Interesting to make a lot of these SD9s out for us, who might really want to raid Corrida as well, to be honest. We're lacking fleets in good positions, really, aren't we? I think the idea now would be to bring this fleet down to defend perhaps around Ord Mantell. So we're going to bring those over here. We can use Zsinj and our Vengeance fleets now to take our mulets and such over here. Let's get out the required buildings once again. We can't get the Influence building over here, the unique building, that's a shame. But I don't think it would really be any good for us. Actually, we want to tax Bastion. Let's go for one less there. So we're going to move Zsinj over to Ord Trassi here, because we do see an enemy fleet starting to mass there. And I think really that will be actually pretty decent on auto resolve. It's only infantry and a light vehicle factory there, so we could certainly do that, but we'll play this one through properly. There we go, an Executor will punish this very, very quickly. Actually, this only works against or with our lighter laser cannons. That's more about fighter defense, actually. So there's a bit of a misuse there, but not a problem. It doesn't seem to last very long, actually. It's already reloading on cooldown there. That's minor Star Destroyer. I say minor, it's still Imperial. Cannot be seen. Let's try and focus this one down with Zsinj now. Get through the ion cannons, the laser cannons on this side. Lovely stuff. Yeah, let's just whistle that one down and now focus on this. Great stuff. Get on top of the assault missiles. Love to see it. Big line of triple turbo laser batteries. Ideal. That enemy ship is going to start going down. We are losing a bit of health actually on our Imperial. Let's get on top of this Enforcer picket ship. Should smack that very quickly. Starting to lose some decent hard points actually on here. We can't seem to hit this victory too. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Let's just rip that with Zsinj. Lovely. And this next one please. Doesn't have any hard points, so we can really smash through that very quickly. We do have our starting Star Destroyer coming out now, which is great. We might be looking at losing this. Let's pull back. Sad to say that. Do apologise if you can hear anything in the background. I'm looking after a 12-year-old bunny. She sat with me. and she's got an attitude. So she takes, when I ask her to be quiet, she takes it more as a suggestion.
Unable to shake them.
She's a lovely bugger. To get back to the game, let's remove the Golan now, and we'll be looking alright. We'll just pull this one away. Do we have... Yeah, let's get on top of these bombers here with our fighters.
Headed your direction. Transmit orders.
Should really have microed,
Intercepting.
on the strategic map a bit at least, our fighter aces, because they will be very useful, especially in something like our Vengeance fleet, or with Grunga perhaps.
Engaging the enemy.
Because we're really lacking in point defense and fighters in those fleets. Zenkins especially, actually. So having a fighter hero would be very useful, but they do get tied to certain heroes, I believe, so they are a little limited in how you use them. That would be absolutely fine. Just mop up here now. And there we go, very nice pickup there indeed above all tracks. You might as well take the opportunity to take that now. We can move our generous garrison over. It will take things from Dantooine, I think, as well. Hopefully don't lose too much. We will start replenishing from Auxilia, and I believe Taris is also pretty decent for that as well. Do we have our hut here about... It doesn't really matter, we're sitting on 70,000 credits. Might as well use them, really. Once again, on Wayland, we spam out the Raptors, and we get some Canderous units out here, because we did lose a couple previously. We can also resolve this, I believe. And I think we will for Munilinst as well. Yeah, didn't lose anything there, we can certainly work with that. And we're going to immediately, I think, move with our Vengeance fleets. Just make sure we're building absolutely fine there. Construction queue is full. Let's go to Munilinst, and we can look at taking the separate planets here today to finish the video, I think. So, just Valajuzia, it says on the pop-up when you start the battle. Of course, it does come with its extra space stations. We will be seeing some minor forces out of there. Going to make a more conscious decision to help our Hapen units here by bringing out some of these repair ships, the galleons. Name always escapes me. Let's bring out some Nova cruisers as well here. I think we're bringing one more on this side and protect that with a galleon or two. That's absolutely fine, because the amount of ion cannons that these Hapen ships bring out will be very, very useful indeed. Let's bring out the Nova a little further. And there we go. Let's first heal that. Getting a heavy bomber units out here. Let's pull back with our own bombers. Vengeance can fire on this, please. Battle Dragons. Yeah, see, they're already trying to get through our shields there. They're doing a pretty decent job. That's it. Get on top of that Buccaneer Corvette, please. Just get rid of that. Let's get rid of the ion cannons. There you go. So it looks like that Valajuzia is in fact focusing on the Vengeance, which is exactly what we want there. Just bring this up a little. Push over here. Get on top of our fighters and really go for the TIE bombers coming out, please. Let's push up a little bit because we're not covering that Nova with our healing. Not that it matters right now. We have actually started to recover our shields on this Battle Dragon. Very much liking this fleet composition, actually. Let's move up now then. Where's that galleon? There we go. Let's get on top of the bombers. Move up a little bit. Let that galleon go, just over here. Lovely. Some decent point defense actually out of these Nova cruisers. Do they get rapid? Yeah, they do get rapid laser cannons, so they can fight against bombers and fighters, which is great. We've actually removed the shields now on Valajuzia, so what we're going to do is make sure we're in range and firing with our Battle Dragons, which we are. We're going to power some weapons. I love the rate of fire that comes out of these Battle Dragons naturally. Continuous firepower is exactly what I love to see. And look at how quickly we're taking away these hard points there. Need to pull up with these ships though. And I think the Vengeance, yeah, start going against a few more of these hard points, but I think we need to start working against the Golan over here, just to get the shields down to begin with. Just make sure we're on top of these. Lovely. And then we'll start working over the shields on this one. Yeah, Battle Dragons will do absolutely fine against this. Well, taken my Giso and Munilinst very quickly, and now we are above the enemy's capital planet of Entralla. So we're going to be taking on this fleet very easily indeed. Certainly the Vengeance must be taken into account here. Rip apart the modified Imperial 2, I believe it was. Don't notice exactly what the differences are at face value there, but not a problem. Let's certainly bring in the Hapen Battle Dragons here. And a couple Novas, of course.
We're on it, sir. Understood. Moving to sector.
Like so.
Carrick en route. Understood.
Move this up actually just a little.
Mission accepted.
There we go. Lovely. So, that'll be going down very quickly indeed. Let's get on top of some of these ships. In fact, we get on top of the Victory because once again we can rip that apart since it has 0 hard points there. We're going down almost immediately. What's happened over here? Can't see the rest of our ships. I only bring the one Battle Dragon there, or is it down already? That's interesting if it is. That was very quick. Yeah, I think it's gone down already. Alright. Well, just shows you how fragile they can be. That's a shame. Just didn't see that happen. Alright, see, let's get on top of this Enforcer. Provide some minor command anyway from this this hero. Let's hop over here. Lovely. Start onto the Golan there. So, yeah, very, very minor defense over here. The idea is to let them probably build up on the rest of their planet so that we can actually integrate some decent units. I would love to get hold of a Secutor or two, but I doubt that's going to be the case somehow. Really doubt that's going to be the case somehow. There's some big explosions there. But you never know your luck. Never know your luck. And I've got to be honest, I'm not too worried about getting hold of their iconic siege towers. I just don't think they're particularly useful in offensive engagements. They're very much defensive battle focus. A bit like SPMATs, but they don't pack quite the same punch as SPMATs, I don't think. Anyway, let's take these. I think we're about in range, aren't we? It appears so. Let's power some weapons. Get rid of the proton torpedoes. Possible. Yeah, I don't think we're entirely in range with everyone there. Don't know how the camera's flipped either. That's okay. Get rid of these ones. Get on top of these dual turbo lasers. Are we looking great there? Yeah, what the bloody hell's happened to the camera there? Its Vengeance needs to really push up as well, doesn't it? So, actually, quite a large map once again. They do have turbo laser tower emplacements. So the idea is actually to move up to this command post, maybe take this one as well just for the, or even just this one really for the forward base and the more pop cap of course. But we're going to be using the infantry only pathway to make it to the power generator, which is here. So the infantry pathway does lie through here, and that's actually quite a gap in their turbo laser defences from what we've seen. So we're going to produce another of these so that we can quickly bounce to other command posts.
Give us a target.
Get hold of that. What we're doing here. Lovely. Let's move over here. We can pick up the infantry barracks as well. It's abandoned there. Let's land with some Mandalorians and Raptors, shall we?
Enemy unit sighted.
What have we sighted here? So over here, instead, that's just some minor infantry. That's all good. Let's capture this. It's prevented the enemy from capturing, which is brilliant. Looks like we might have a bit of trouble on this area. See about that. Captured this. Capture the garrison there, please. That'd be great. What do we see here? Slug thrower. Let's pull back. That's the wrong turret. I meant to make it anti-vehicle. Not a bother. Not a bother. Move over here. We can make this a repair station in the back.
Construction complete.
Okay, yeah, let's make 2 anti-vehicle turrets here. We should be fine to just move up quickly to the power generator and then make a good assault straight on into the enemy base. They don't have a lot of buildings here.
Signal received.
Is that? Have we captured that?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yeah, we just can't. That's they've come out in the wrong area, so for some reason we can't actually select them. That's interesting. If you say so. If you say so. Not a bother. Let's move over here. So, of course we could use our dropship here to help us out in this infantry pathway. That might be a decent idea. But we need to secure our flanks there. Rip these apart. So it's really not very well guarded for, you know, a capital planet. Can't really see the enemy remove them very quickly there. Let's fast forwards. Yeah, guess on top of this. Thank you. That's anti-vehicle anyway. See some walkers. That's not a bother. There we go. Smash through the enemy there. What do we see? That is a turbo laser tower. Okay, let's pull back.
Where's the bounty? Moving out.
Just moving a bit quicker here. So I didn't see this when I was scouting through the enemy. That's absolutely not a problem. You can really rip that apart. That's why Raptors and Mandalorian units work so well together. Excellent combination of arms there. Rip through the power generator. There you go. Love to see it. Enemy base shield offline. So what do we bring in now then, is the question. Can we actually fend this off with just a few units of Raptors? No, we can't, because we see a siege tower. Love it. Absolutely love it. Might as well just walk in with this group. If we see any build pads, we might want to make a back to healing station. Like over here would be great. Move that. What do we see here? A few units of infantry. Okay, so we might want to bring in some reinforcements over here, but what exactly do you bring in when there's a one of these in your face? 2 Canderous units and an A9 maybe? Oh, I lost the command post anyway, it's not a bother. Not a bother. Bit messy. Doesn't hurt too much though. Do they have... Have I missed something? Can't bombard them, which suggests I've missed that they have actually... Oh, what's that? A T2B? That they have a planetary shield generator. It's probably because they still have this active. Oh! Run straight into that anti-air turret. Oh no, it's very messy today. Very, very messy today. Alright, see.
Moving at full speed now.
Affirmative.
Almost there.
That could have been a bit better. It's not a bother. Really not a bother.
Canderous tank ready. Entering battlefield.
Sounds like a plan.
So, deployed these in the wrong area, really.
Give me a target. Engaging target.
Okay,
Where's the job?
I think the idea is to just push up with this massive infantry from here.
Give me
Move over to this area.
Panthers unit on point now.
Fire support ready.
Ready and
Garrison
reporting.
inside the A9 here. What have we seen here? Ah! Bunker right in front of us. Didn't even see that. Look at that. Terrible. Let's fire on that quickly. Absolutely blind today. I swear, it's after this game's crashed. Really tries my patience. See enemy infantry everywhere. Absolutely everywhere.
Target is in my sights.
Where am I
I
needed?
can't see what's right in their faces over here. We see a walker. Shouldn't need to go to cover here. We have a lot of rockets to remove that very quickly. Get rid of this turret, just out of pure spite and vengeance. Time Mauler needs to be removed immediately. That's a massive threat. Let's go into try and trample. Just get rid of that because that's largely an anti-infantry vehicle. These will quite likely try to trample us as well. No, no. Oh, just about. Top of the infantry. Remove the planetary generator, please. Come to a standstill here.
Position. What do I get to blow up?
With that. Oh! Why can't I? Ah, it's because it's a capital planet, isn't it? And they have that capital office. Right, that's making sense now.
On my way.
That's making a lot more sense now. Completely forgot about that. So we need to remove their capital building, don't we? So making so many mistakes today.
Drivers active.
That's actually rather embarrassing.
Position Alpha successfully reached.
When do I get paid?
Okay, well this is not going to look good then. On top of this, please. Oh, no. This is very messy. This is... Oh, it's embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
I await your
I'm
instructions.
sure it's just as painful for you as it is for me, I'm sure. Oh dear. Please fire on the enemy.
Orders. Coordinates received.
Move over, remove this.
Drivers loaded and ready for action.
Fire support ready.
We have a lot of health from those things.
Combat systems at 100%.
What's this? Another one.
Tank reporting for duty.
Another bloody crawler.
Continuing the attack.
Oh, doing over here. That siege tower is still not bloody down. There we go. Oh, poor infantry. Poor infantry.
Your orders.
What do you want me to hit?
Standing by.
Ready to relay orders now.
Awaiting your orders.
Give us a target.
Let's get on top of this.
Moving forward.
Affirmative.
Where's the bounty?
Awaiting orders.
Oh, we're looking. I don't really want to look now. Let's come back down here. That's absolutely shameful. Absolutely shameful.
Constructing.
I think we're going to blame it on just being a bit tired now, and we need to call it a day after this battle. Oh dear. Canderous, AC AP, and we need more infantry really.
Moving out. Construction complete.
Another of these out to help us.
Acknowledged.
That's really bad. We even lost a dropship there. Really unnecessary heavy losses there, just from a very simple oversight to make. But, you know, we're in such a position now that it doesn't make too much difference in the grand scheme of things. It's just annoying.
Ready,
It's
sir.
annoying to watch, I'm sure, as well.
Taking lookout position.
Let's move on and take this planet. Well, a few too many losses there, but we can certainly recover. It's absolutely not a problem. And that is also the capital planets of the Pentastar Alignment. So if we reduce them now to 3 planets, we will successfully integrate them. But that will have to be, unfortunately, a job for another day, guys. Clearly been playing for too long today. I need to call an end to it there. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for sticking through that one. I'm sure it's very painful towards the end there. But a great strategic gain has been made for us there. So thank you for watching once again, and I shall see you in the future. May all of your nights and days be auspicious. Goodbye.